Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck. My name is the FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel. Today, we try to conquer what I've heard some people refer to as Openstuck. This is going to be a long video because I do not intend on cutting this up in any way. I am going to go until the end of this page. So, with that said, get your popcorn ready, get something good to drink, and let's go explore the world of Act 6, Intermission 3. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. So it looks like we are Mina, right? Yeah, I believe this is Mina. Sound, controls. Okay. On the bottom here, we have a walkthrough and a map. Let's not click on any of that just yet because that may have spoilers. And we'll just start off investigating on our own. Okay, someone just jumped from the ledge. You got a gold tiara. You have no intention of wearing this thing, but it doesn't hurt to start stockpiling loot again. Now that you're dead, you find yourself a little light on collateral, if you know what I'm saying. Hashtag bling, hashtag karats, and hashtag jackpot. Alright. Someone just jumped from here. See a chest over there. All these are blocked off. There's a chest over there. You got a dirty old fedora. Totally useless. This nasty trash isn't coming anywhere close to your head. Doesn't even have horn holes. Looks like something an archaeologist would wear. I wonder whose memory this is. Hashtag hornless troll Indiana Jones hat. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey, it's a double trident. Don't we already use double tridents? You already have one of those. Yeah, that's what I thought. But there ain't nothing wrong with throwing in a little more solid gold in the inventory. You got an extravagant go see princess lifestyle to maintain. Hashtag gold, hashtag all the monies, hashtag booyah. When did this page come out, by the way? 8/30/2012. Oh, we can walk down this. Okay, I thought this was like a boulder block in our path at first. Someone down there. Let's get the chest first. Bunch of boon dollars. It's not much, but you pocket the loot without a second thought. The bankroll's been a little slack since you died. Every bit helps when you climb back to obscene wealth. Hashtag broke. I know that feeling. That's why if you want to help your FlightlessBird, the best thing you can do is like the videos and subscribe. We also have Patreons and YouTube members, but I just like to really grow this channel. Meet some more awesome people because you guys are the #1 YouTube community on YouTube. You got some ancient serpent bones. Again, a strange thing to find. Who here would have memory of these? Huge prehistoric green serpents have always played a major role in people's mythology, both before and after your session scratched. Of course, only people with an interest in ancient lore and industrial bones give a garbage about that. You're pretty much more interested in the monetary value. Hopefully you can find a sucker to pay for them big time. Hashtag, where's the pawn shop in this place? Let's go talk to... Okay, I didn't even get close enough to talk to her. She just jumped in. It's Aradia! Lost? It's kind of weird. They both had like the same voice, don't they? Went the wrong way. Yes, that's a dead end. Where you want to go is that way. Nick. Hashtag double pistols. Hashtag and ace. Wiki face. Thanks, weirdo. Let's talk to her. Greetings. I've been meaning to say hello since you arrived. Oh, the dots. Ido? Yes, but not the one you're thinking of. Which one, then? I'd like to consider myself as something of a caretaker for this place. Hashtag, you know, hashtag the afterlife. I'd refer to myself as an excellent host, but that has become kind of a loaded phrase. Hashtag big smile. You look like Meiichido, but you sure don't sound like any Megiddo I know. I should hope not. Anyway, those of us who are concerned with the preservation of reality have been looking forward to this day for some time. Hashtag, even though time is really just a figure of speech here. Why would you be looking forward to this trash? Hashtag, the sky just broke. Hashtag, stupid fairy. Yes, I agree. Stupid fairy. Totally. Stupid fairy. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, spoilers, I can't say. But if you know, you know. Stupid fairy. Never trust fairies. Not the devastation so much as your arrival. You have some big plans, yes? Ah. What is it to you? Oh, nothing. I'm merely extending the courtesy of a formal welcome. Now off with you. Go find your friends. That is why you finally come out of your palace, isn't it? Yeah. Guess I'll get going then. Ta! Alright. That was kind of cool how she didn't talk to me when I walked by her, but then she talked to me when I went back the other way. You got a scale mate plushie. It's adorable. Holy cow, you are never going to stop hugging this thing ever. Hashtag highly desirable merchandise. I agree, it's adorable. I want one. What is this? A bronze potion? Stuff is supposed to make you kiss good, with side effects of mild to loyal paralysis. Wait a minute, isn't this just some troll bud? Ah, yuck! Hashtag you throw it off a cliff. Anything over here? No. You got a thing of motor oil? Hey, this bottle even has the label intact. Typically, the label is ripped off and applied to chalk murals. The fact that it still has a label makes it much more valuable as a collector's item. Always gotta be mindful of the cash value of the useless stuff you find in chests. Hashtag PS. Hashtag you take a little sip. Hashtag days awful. Ah! Blah! You got a bloody cherub tooth. The fact that this is a chest here is kind of disturbing to you in ways that you can't really explain. You think I'll try to sell this thing to the highest bidder as soon as possible. Hashtag whoever makes the first offer. Hello? Yo, orange guy. Yellow guy. Hashtag squash colored. All the dots. What's your deal? Hashtag what the heck is up with all these 8 balls? Are you, crying? Hashtag awkward. Silence. Bring me a horse and I'm yours forever. Oh, this is the same. So I need to bring him a horse. That's not Hussy, is it? I mean, he doesn't have a picture and he just has a normal voice and it kind of looks like him. And he fell off the top? Isn't that how he died? So did we just see him like get killed? But I didn't see the big evil guy, Lord English. You got a boom buck. Now we're talking. You should get your book butt off the canvas. Such a crime that the insane fortune you accumulate in the game doesn't persist after you die. You guess it's true. You really can't take it all with you on the other side. Hashtag, but once you're there, hashtag you can try to make it back in a big hurry. Okay. We're in a new area now. The heck? Got a juju. An effigy to be precise. It has magical properties binding it to the mortality of someone. Depending on which hat it wears, say maybe I'll hang it from this tree. Nah, it's a bit morbid. Hashtag you'll just pocket it to some chump. Don't see any horses anywhere. Oh, hello. It's getting creepy here. You got a bunch of thorn stars. Whoa, these are awesome. Maybe I'll keep a few instead of selling them all. Hashtag unless someone blows away with an offer, of course. Oh, what the heck is this place? I can't interact with these things. Dave E. Bubbles. Dave E. Bubbles? Okay, totally sold on that suddenly. He follows you. What the heck? Can do yourself be drunk? Kinda feels like we should be drinking our butts off here. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perspective on getting it to you. Sports. And we sit back and wait for it to do a huge ribbon or whatever. What's your modus? Egbert SCFU and give me your gosh dang boom buck. Gigas, egg. Knack, 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 knack. What is it, Three Stooges now? See you at your computer typing. Oh well. Heck. Cal is dope. My curl sprite, which was his brainless feathery butthole with a sword in it. I am the Yarn King. I don't want to see your lines making any right angles, you understand? Same ironic puppet thing or whatever. It's a legendary piece of garbage. Marvel. Give me the boombuck. I'm wearing them ironically. Bought my phone, I also took this awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle. I'm doing some sort of spectacular jackknife off the loop and getting a winking nod from Barack Obama. Now, shenanigans. Use these flappy ghost wings and tear stuff up in space or something. But she's sleeping pretty hard, obviously. That's pretty much the most insulting thing possible to say on anything like that Raven golf for garbage. You smell like if someone took a dump on your butt. My bro taught me a few tricks, he basically knows everything, and he's totally awesome! As a chump, a shoosh. God, so beautiful to look at with my perfect eyesight. I suggested someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory. Are you so magic with superpower now just talking a lot and wearing orange? I'll turn it into a boon mint in an hour, we'll get it back, okay? Oh, so now I guess that having a wise, helpful spirit guide sprite thing? I'm your general stupid practitioner and doctor's orders are to shut up and burn down my gosh darn orifice. Alright, let's move on. You got a pair of timetables. Use these to travel through time, which in the furthest ring doesn't always mean much. Traveling back in time could also transport you millions of light sweeps away. Probably better to just sell them to an eccentric billionaire. Hashtag, oh, like that kid across the water there. Hashtag, I bet he's loaded. Another kid way down there. Whoa, got an echidna statue. And obviously not to scale depiction of the denizen Aranea, consulted with to learn how to scratch your session. The decision to scratch, of course, came with major consequences. And you guess it's only now that the true extent of these consequences are fully apparent. Looks like it's time to clean up her mess. Hashtag, oh, also you can probably make bank off this thing. I'll talk to you in a second. You got the Thorns of Ogologoth. Any sane adventurer will cast these instruments of the cult into the furthest ring and forget they ever existed. Oh, and it looks like someone just did that. Hashtag wise move. I'll be back for that little orb thingy. I just want to do a full loop here. Okay, so we went left earlier because there she is. So let's go right here. Gosh dang it! Bunch of trolls flying around little grub pods, constantly stomping each other through butthole shaped like buckets. Hey man, can you tell me where your best clown friend is hiding so I can go chainsaw him to death? Thanks. I need to go look for my teeth on the canvas as soon as this stuff starts spinning, and there starts being like 10 of you. Kangaroo rat, you have twice, please. What? Later. Alright, yeah, later. Oh, there's someone else over there too. That's the third person we've seen. But besides, the other guy and Aradia. Talk to Arnia? Ask about friends. Let's talk to her first. Do I have a voice for Arnia? Arnia. Yeah, we do. We have met Arania before. So... she's Vriska's ancestor, right? There you are. Gotta click the screen event. Haven't seen, but you just joined us in the afterlife. I know you are royalty and all, but it isn't very sociable of you to lock yourself in your lavish moonhive forever. Hashtag everyone has missed you. Well, I'm here now, aren't I? Pop up? Go away. Sorry. Yes, and it's a good thing you are. I was just about to confide you, so we could discuss the recent calamity out of the abyss. Hashtag wordplay, hashtag 8 letters, hashtag oh yes. Ah! Clicked off screen, so it took away my spot. Yeah, so you saw it too, huh? That was the guy, right? Hashtag skull guy, hashtag laser breath. Lord something. Hashtag, oh, that's Lord English. Clamorborn, what did you say his stuff was again? I tried to avoid saying his true name. Hashtag bad juju. What's it matter? He's already here, ain't he? I guess, but yes, the Lord of Time was responsible for the detection of that dream bubble and the murder of all those innocent ghosts. Hashtag ghost murder, hashtag second death, hashtag soulless-side. Innocent ghosts? Hashtag the dots. Killing ghosts as thing that can happen is seriously the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Hashtag dumb. I don't make the rules, Mina. I merely observe them and explain them thoroughly to anyone who will listen. Hashtag like you. Yeah. Last thing I need is anemone of your lobstervations. Hashtag fish puns. 2 times combo and booyah! Anyway, that explosion kicked butt. Explosions rule the school. I'm not gonna say hashtag anymore. I'm just gonna, you're just gonna know that it's my normal voice saying this. Like school of fishes, I mean, smiley, very big smiley, super big smiley. I agree, that's more excitement than we've ever been here for millennia, but all of us here in the afterlife are in serious danger of being exterminated. Again. All the exclamation marks. Yeah, I got it. I figured I had to be the hero and bail you suckers out again. This time, I might not even blow y'all up with a bomb. Oh, really? What exactly is your plan? I'm very curious. To get all us ghosts here to team up and kill that butthole. Duh. What? Oh, Mina. That is such a terrible idea. Poor death choices. Yeah, right. Like you have a better idea. As a matter of fact, I do. Smiley faces. So where is every Moby? I want to talk to them about something. Dead Franz? Ghost Bros? Hot Pals? And IDK. I believe most of our friends have gotten in the dream bubble. You should be able to find them if you explore a bit. What do you want to talk to them about? Gotta get the gang back together. Alpha Troll reunion, yo! Take down the douche of time. You say he's invincible, But I think that's exactly the kind of loser BS that made us lose like a bunch of stupid losers in the first losing place. Losers? Losing experts? Lost masters and fail pros. We can do it if we are like work together and stuff. Team fork. LOL. If we build an army, or maybe a ghost army. Think how glum and sick would that be? So sick. Sick perhaps, but not a very good strategy. You will just be leading everyone into permanent oblivion. At least you will without coming up with a better plan first. Then what's your awesome idea? To be a little more patient. Patience? Pexies? All iterative assonance. I've been following clues regarding the whereabouts of a secret weapon that may be the key of defeating him. Oh, really? What's the weapon? The weapon? Weapon. Is not what, but oh. Weapon? Really? Mina? She is the other cherub, the Lord's female counterpart, who once occupied the same body. Aliens. She's talking about, Calliope? But when they reach maturity, his personality dominates the host, assuming complete control. Xenobiologically fascinating species. She technically died that day, and now his spirit presumably roams somewhere out here in the furthest ring. Or so the legend goes. We need to find her before he does. He will surely want to finish her off. Cherub. What? Okay, I didn't really follow any of that junk, so, you go right ahead and find your cherub girl. I'ma be right here building my ghost army, Ghost army? Yeah, to the F yeah. Very well, best of luck with that. But try to remember, it's been a very long time since any of our friends have done anything important at all. Like, almost an eternity. It may be more difficult to find recruits for your army than you think. I hope you like frustrating conversations. Please. Okay, I admit that most of them were clumsy, chumpy as globes when he was trying to win our game. Chumps, shame globes, chumpiness, and globage. But this time, when I'm through with them, they will be the loyal murderous mob of cherub fury our people were always supposed to be. And if you don't think I can do that, need I remind you who I grew up to be in some another dimension or whatever? Battle Witch. Water Witch? OMFG? Yes, 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 yes! You didn't remind me at all, your condensation. I believe you were hatched to be a tyrant, and I pray that your campaign of bullying and intimidation goes swimmingly. All this huge eye and smiley face? Aw, you're the best circuit. Come here, 38. Okay, I assume that's everything with her. And we haven't been down into the right just yet. Can we touch any of this? Can pick this up though. You got a copy of Complacency of the Learned. Wow, this looks really... Huh? It's just disappeared from your hand in a crazy blur. What the? Oh, that human girl has it. She looks like she's enduring it a lot more than you ever would. You know, let her have this one. Probably wasn't worth Jack anyway. Okay, 2 people here. Rose? Hey! Rose is here. Interesting. It's like so many people here. It's kind of crazy. Rose. Hello? It's, you. Yes. Human, right? Where are the horns at? So weird. That's right. Rose, more specifically. Who cares? Listen, human girl. Wanna ask you something? You're not very good at this, are you? What? Talking to people. Hey, F you. It's okay that you are. I'm not trying to criticize. I can kind of relate, actually. I've heard some things about you. That pink occupier right back there. That's a memory of home, right? Before moon. The dots.
You went out the throne and ran away to the moon, didn't you? And then you lived there completely alone for how many years? What are years? I think I'm starting to lose track of what a year is myself. That seems to be what happens when you spend enough time out here.
Abyss, madness, and meteor forever. Or fever.
I'm just curious about you. You seem like an interesting person who probably has a lot of stories to tell.
Also, I like your braids.
From what I understand, you discovered something on the moon which originally contained your copy of the game. Is that true? Maybe we should spend some time together and get to know each other. Then you have the chance, of course. Man. You're like an alien wind fang. All wordy and nosy and nice to me for no discernible reason.
Alt pun equals discernible.
You even had the same COD tier jammies on.
Gosh darn ugly.
Just another bright orange blabbermouth.
Fuchsia blows orange out of the water.
Let's just forget I said anything, okay?
Astros to join.
So, extra talky human. It's me again.
Sup?
Hey,
Smiley face.
got a poor position for you. You know that bad guy? Just wrecked the sky and killed some dead mofos?
Rainbow. Barfer?
Lord English? Yes, I know of him. Wanna team up with me and kill him, or?
Absolutely.
Yay!
Word.
But later.
Much later, really. Wait, what? Ugh.
We can't interrupt the plan which has been put into inexorable motion, or for that matter, the meteor we've been traveling on, which has been similarly propelled.
Troll Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton. Not Newton. Newton.
We have to rendezvous with our rebooted ancestors as it were and help them win their game.
Alpha players? Teen Guardians? Fun.
In the process, we'll ideally become stronger and more experienced. Only then will we be able to help you defeat him.
Additional fun.
Oh my glove, you really are circuiting the heck out of this.
Blah, 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 blah.
Come on, stop over planning. Let's all just fly away together and wreck his whole career. There are like billions of ghosts out here, right? We got numbers on our side.
Billions! I mean, probably.
Yes, but even if I agreed, I just couldn't fly away with you now. I'm not even sitting here. I'm asleep on the meteor. This is a dream projection you're talking to.
Kind of like a hologram, I guess?
What?
What?
You're new to dream bubbles, aren't you? I'd be more than happy to explain to you how they all work in extensive detail. Ugh. Light players. Later, Rosefang.
Alright. Talk to Kanaya.
Oh, hey, Mariam-looking girl. What is the deal with you?
Alright, we got Kanaya. Kanaya Miriam.
The deal with the Mariam-looking girl is that she is wondering what the deal is with the Pixies-looking girl. And specifically, why the former has piqued her that is curiosity.
The deal with things, the topic of wonder, people looking people. What is with all these hashtags? There's like something I'm missing here, and I don't know what it is. It was ever, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably a matter of the time of 2012, but I'm not entirely sure what the meaning behind that is. I mean, they're like literally talking to each other. So why do we have hashtags? It's almost like Twitter or X or whatever it's called.
Why? Do you know? Seems to me two Mariams is overdoing it a bit.
I mean, two captors, I'd understand.
One was more than enough. The same thing occurred to me. You aren't much like the one we had.
You talk weird.
Kind of a tough act to follow, to be fair, though. The same thing occurred to me yet again.
Things that are the same and how they occur to people.
Looks like you got the rainbow drinker thing going on, too.
Dang, you're blinding me, girl. The goggles do nothing.
I suppose. So, you go around looking like that all the time, or? To my knowledge, yes.
kind of personal.
Huh? Is there an alternative degree of autoluminescence I should be aware of? And if so, how foolish should I feel for only learning about it now?
On a scale of 1 to idiot.
I'm no drinker buff, but yeah, our Miriam figured out how to control it. Really? She probably had some time to figure it out than you. When you're stuck in a busted session for 3 sweeps without much to do, figure some stuff out by yourself. Not my buzzbug wax, but maybe you should ask, sir.
Buzzbugs? Bzz. Hee.
I don't think so. Why not? I'd like to, but I can't give up the nerve. Aw, come on, she's cute.
You check out her ink yet? So dope.
Yes, she is an amazing person. And it is very intimidating. I had the same feelings of trepidation the last time I encountered someone I admired. Oh yeah? Well, who was that? Huh? You mean her over there? Talky girl in the orange nighty jams? I see, saw you two hanging together last time. She your G-Fon? The red sort that I mean? Maybe.
Oh, I missed the additionally blinking. I missed the hashtag, sorry.
That's adorbs, yo.
I gotta make sure before I click to always check the hashtags.
Hey, Miriam, lookalike. Let's go kick the heck out of Skullzilla.
Skullzilla.
I was about to respond favorably, but then I glanced over at Rose, and she was just shaking her head at me very slowly and kind of knowingly.
The limitless mysteries of her wisdom know no bounds. Human sarcasm.
No, you silly drinker. She's just messing with you. Oh, probably. But let's be realistic here. The answer was probably going to be no anyway.
Bad plan.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to drink Skullguy's blood all by myself then. I bet it tastes really bad.
Gross monster blood.
Haha, yeah. Well, later.
A sewing machine? Oh, this looks really expensive. You bet you could... Wait, what's she looking at? That Miriam girl is looking at you funny. Wait, is this thing hers? You don't want to start any trouble with this dumb gizmo. You slowly put it back in the chest, very casual like ain't no thing. You'll come back and swipe later when she's not around. You got a fuchsia potion. Legend says this enchanted potion is supposed to be... Oh god, it's more troll blood. Wait, this is royal blood. What an absolute outrage that probably some commoner had the audacity to draw royal blood. You're almost mad enough to not give a darn. You check it over the edge. Glass shatters, someone below says ow. You got a juju. What's up with all those jujus lying around? Jujus are very wide-ranging sorts of magical objects. You never know what form they'll take. This one is particularly useless though. It has the power to travel through time. Into the future only though. At exactly 1 second per second. You got a Dursite tabloid. Says some human girl is dead. You don't recognize her. Inside is the usual kind of sensationalizing sleaze you're used to seeing from these. You spent a long time on Durst during the game. You always enjoyed reading these. They were almost always about assassinations. Some of which were yours. It's just regular old time travel. Puppets are awesome. Oh! Best thing about how I did that is how I in no way will ever come back to butt us and butt ever. Then I die and you got to make it out with me.
Hey, cape guy. You're a human. What's his cape?
with the shades.
Well, that's exactly my name.
See also Shaggy 2K.
Everyone stupidly insists on calling me Dave, though. So, Dave, Cape. Where's your bro? Ah, my bro? Ah, he's dead.
Like the ghost is kind of dead, I think.
Unless the man with the kid version, as in the guy we both saw with the pointy shades.
Kid bro, WTF.
Remember, he grabbed my sleeping teen mom and flew away, and that was the last I saw of him.
That's sort of what he does. Just vanishes like a mysterious mother effer.
No, not that guy. Actually, I gave him a sweet high five a little while ago, but that's not who I mean.
One of the best high fives ever. Dude's a pro.
Ah, wait, when did you give him a high five? Why was I informed of this high five that took place?
Not cool.
Who cares? I'm talking about your other bro. The cool shouty kid who got PO'd and went to Klamskre the up out.
Madvantas.
Ah, Karkat you mean. Well, I don't know, he's around somewhere. I saw him talking to his ancestor a while ago.
Or being talked to.
Don't think he likes him very much.
Hilarious tool party.
What? Shirty shouldn't be hanging out with that club and dork. I doubt he actually wants to, but you know how it is with his ancestors.
Ancestors, you know how it is.
Okay. Maybe you don't, since I guess you're actually an ancestor yourself. Or you were to some day girl I never met, but anyway.
I think her name was Fury or something.
They just seem to, I don't know, have this inexplicable power over you. I mean, look at Kanai over there. She's shambles about hers.
Shambles, Kanai, yeah.
Like, it wasn't even rational or anything. They just represent something you measure yourself up to.
Dude, come get the ruler.
And even though they probably aren't all they cracked up to be, it just kind of gets in your head, you know? No. My ancestor was lame. Oh, Tho, in another Turniverse, I grew up to be an icy cold murder witch. In charge of everybody makes perfect sense.
Including a pair of human clown slam poets. Ah ha ha ha.
So the only one I get to measure up to is me. And it turns out I measured up awesomely.
Fuchsia ruler.
Oh, and on that day, human what's-his-cape learned the only real treasure was a 4 sense of self-esteem. He thanked the punky sea princess for her radical wisdom, and then she went away. I think that maybe I was just owned.
Asked Dave to join.
Yeah, I saw it. I was looking up in space doing a little monster gazing, right?
Dave's pirate chill time. Eldritch red lobster. Bargain seafood buffet. Bored.
When suddenly I thought my glasses had shattered.
Ben Stiller almost tornadoed in his grave.
But it wasn't the shades turned out, it was space itself that cracked.
Effing relieved. Best bro gave me these.
And I listened and I heard the screams and killing and stuff.
Monsters dying, ghosts dying, atrocious problems.
Haven't slept well since that. Well, I guess I'm sleeping alright at the moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Cause I'm here in a bubble talking to you, but yeah, in general, my shut eye has been boned up the protein chute.
Troll anatomy? Lewd? Maybe?
Keeping myself busy with awesome projects helps a bit, I guess.
Awesome projects.
Then you must want to kill the guy even worse than me. Why don't you join me so we can fly away and screw him up together?
What good is a cape even, if you won't fly away to clobber bad guys?
Nope.
Nah.
Appreciate the offer, but I'm just gonna hang tight and work on my e-bubbles.
Hashtag Dave e-bubbles.
What? Dad, e-bubbles are awesome!
How is this not awesome?
It's just some ridiculous stuff I figured out how to do here. The whole place runs on memory, so I've been messing around with that.
Just as long as you don't ask me how we are cool.
Turns out, I don't really need the internet for shenanigans. I can just exploit the afterlife. I know you're down in the dumps, kid. But that sounds like a stupid waste of time.
Stupid waste of time.
No, come on, let's go well on a cherub. Nah.
Yes, Les, I'm just screwing with you.
You know what? No. I mean, I think I'm maybe supposed to kill him anyway.
Air quotes.
That's the feeling I get. Like, there are all these clues about, that I kind of noticed.
Remember that BS about the pimp being in the crib? Ha ha ha! Oh god.
So if I'm the guy that needs to take him down, then fine, I'll do that. If and when I get hornswoggled in some big showdown with a ridiculous green space pimp or wherever he is.
I heard he has a gold tooth. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I think I'm not really cut out for the whole reluctant hero shtick.
I'm better at comics.
I like the whole scene is so obvious and trite. I can't even tell if I'm reluctant is ironic or if I'm playing it straight.
Reluctant before it was cool. And before I was willing.
Like, I wonder if I'm being reluctant enough to cut it or if I'm actually just being reluctant to be reluctant.
How reluctant do you even have to be to do something like etc. SBAHA?
Turns into like mad reluctance, then all I can think about is how stupid the whole thing is.
I also think about puppets sometimes. Unrelated.
I think I'm probably just too self-aware for this hero BS, so don't even waste your time on me.
Ironic self-pity.
Wow. So cool.
Not. Be Dave.
Ah, wait.
WTF?
You want to be me?
Air quotes.
Yeah, why not? Ah, okay, well, without getting too deep in the issue of how absurd that request is on the very face of it.
A face presently being palmed.
It's just not gonna happen. I mean, not yet anyway, not this early in your little dreamboat request you got going on here. Shut up, dog. Just let me walk around as you and stuff.
Talk at peeps in your cool kid way. Maybe play a different tune.
No.
Why? I like how it's just play a different tune. It's so meta.
I really don't think we should get too mad about that.
Okay.
Look, you're on a mission to gather up all your dead friends and build an army or something.
Can't believe I'm even explaining this.
Personally, I think that's a horrible idea, but you're clearly motivated to do that.
Yeah, true that.
So why would you waste time going around beating other people? It doesn't make any sense.
Air quotes.
For instance, can't be anybody in this sandy beach area because ostensibly you're still just charging through this place looking for your friends. Dang it, try to play that part at least somewhat.
Ahaha, already too meta. I gave the heck up.
Oh man.
Boring.
Maybe when you catch up with your posse, you can be some of those guys. Hell, maybe it can even make some of us too after the whole thing you're trying to do winds up being this huge predictable disappointment. But that would have to be in a different area.
What area? What, you cray?
Like a different gosh darn bubble zone. Like someone's memory of a magic forest or home village or some stuff like that. I don't know, just somewhere the heck else. Now go away.
Of this, let us ever speak again. Be Dave? Puh, please.
Fine.
Okay. Moving on, he's got a lot of these bubbles everywhere.
Stupid trolls, too many of them, we can't even keep track of this garbage. I'm feeling pretty friggin' matronomial all of a sudden.
Whoa, you got a Ribbitar. Foes everywhere tremble at the mere sight of this lethal amphibious forge. So overwhelming is the terror that, haha, yeah right. This one is almost too ridiculous for words. It's a nice conversation piece though. Oh heck, is that made of ruby? Come to mama. What the heck?
Hey, get lost, kid. This is my hiding place. Can't you see English is coming for me?
Dota, again.
He is coming for us all.
Okay. Sounds like something from 98XX. The nightmare is coming. How do I go more to the left? I'm stuck. I can't go more to the left here. Oh! Again! Didn't see that passageway. It's a sufferer pendant. Examine the sign of the signless. The story of the sufferer got really popular among the old crew as a kind of religious fad. After everyone died and learned the stories of the post-scratch lives, Arania especially seems to have bought this into nonsense, hook, line, and sinker. She never wore anything like that around her neck before she died. More than people have gotten into it just to bug Bontas. You just know how it probably ticks them off. Seeing people wear this thing all the time. Haha, now that you think of it, maybe you'll wear one too. You got a lance. Whose memory is this? This thing has really made the rounds. Let's see, Tavos had it, but then was impaled by it. The Black Queen had it, and used it as a cigarette holder sometimes when she was Snowman. Spade Slick wielded it while riding around on a horse hitcher once. Snowman killed quarters with it, you think? That happened in the top banner though, so you might have missed it. Mina has no idea what we're talking about. You got a pair of horns. This is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. Why would anyone want to wear a second pair of horns? Unless maybe they were compensating for a particularly nubby pair. Oh, you get it! Humans wear these to pretend to be trolls, and also be less stupid looking. These clearly belong to a human. Case closed. You got some authentic religious memorabilia. These were the doodads adult post-scratch Bontas was chained up for when he died. You bet Circuit would fork over a ton of gold for this junk. Religious sites are some of the biggest suckers around. Iron suffer authentic or as authentic as Phantom Ghost Army items get. A whole stock of boom dollars. Keep them coming, you'll be rich in no time. Pretty soon you'll own this place. Right after you save on destruction course. How does this factor into the big silly tumbler metaphor? Shrug. You got a whole heap of boon dollars. More money. Some of these messages don't really make sense unless you're being Mina. But you're not going to let that bother you, DWI. You got a rag ripper. A popular model for the Demon Bane line of chainsaws. At least it was popular on Alternia. Your planet wasn't nearly awesome enough for this thing to be sold legally. But Forest was so lame. Lame planet names. It's a blue orb this time. Couple of people over there. You got a Juju. Looks like a magic egg timer, which you can use to travel through time haphazardly and stupidly. It's the type of item that's severely prone to making a mess of the timeline. Need a Juju breaker to destroy such an item and repair the damage it's on? But that kind of thing is extremely rare to non-existent. You don't have a single good guess what form such an item could take. Okay, you pried one hint out of me. The number 7. The number 7? Okay, let's explore all of this. 2 people down here. Hey, it's Shouty, but looks like it's severely embroiled in a really heavy discussion with their team's Vantas. Really don't feel like getting involved. Let's only conversation? Eavesdropping is rude. Concrete. Do we even... I don't think we have a concrete. I think this is new. Looking at my notes. Yeah, we don't have a concrete. Alright. Now I realize we've been at this for some time already, but at the risk of derailing the dialogue you initiated, I may I just say how thrilled I am that you did, Carcat. I would just like to qualify my entire analysis of your Alternia culture by saying that in contrast with life in Bethus, while your people may have been engaged in violent, lethal class struggles for millions of sweeps, by no means does this imply that the Bethron way of life was entirely without
problematic elements, perhaps even more disturbing and insidious for the lack of acknowledgement in open discussion, probably as a consequence of what, in my view, was widely and dismally unexamined systematic social injustices resulting from the entrenched power dynamics of life. Dynamics strikingly similar to those of your planet's markedly more solitose in duration, which has only served to fully vindicate my hypothesis that such a hierarchy is really predicated on intrinsic dysfunction and failure to shift all the unusual narratives and diagnose problems like into an open judgment-free discourse through which problematic issues are conductively channeled into mere intelligently problematized venues of discussion. Oh my god, that is one heck of a sentence. Now, before I continue, it is only decent of me to warn you about certain triggers that are maybe ahead in this essay. Conversation. Triggers include, but likely not good, to limit to close possession, calling culture, and violence against girls, loose abuse, complimentary and analogous hate speech, pale filling, slurs, and other compulsory fluids, lifespan shaming, ableist slurs, prefix distortion. Actually, maybe it would be easier for me to list your triggers, and I'll do my best to avoid these topics or navigate them more delicately if at all possible. TW, oppression, culling, group violence, loose abuse, hemophobia, pales, and slurries. Yeah, that would be mine, please too. Great, it sounds like you don't have any triggers, at least on that you have a battle. Proceed with caution nonetheless. Just please let me know if you start feeling triggered by anything that I'm saying, and you can take a brief time out while you're summoning the migraine to help pacify you, not assuming that you have one. Not that I'm presuming you do, but I heard that you did. Is that correct? If not, I apologize. I further apologize if your orientation precludes a possibility as a pale aromantic? Oh, aromantic. Got stuck on that one. As a pale aromantic, pain credited, romantic, something in the gray plus sexual department here, such, and hopefully you're not triggered by such perceptions. Consider it affirmative language. I wouldn't be the first time I was guilty of such an inexcusable microaggression, and I'm not so oblivious to my own romantic privilege to believe it will be the last time either. Concilianomativity. Microaggressions, ROM privilege, presumptuous, and migrails. I'm glad I caught up to the subject of exam position because it really did also the point that I was about to make regarding welfare society and its savage and formal potentially which later manifested through the kind of Altanian brutality you're all too familiar with. Those in the higher echelon of the human spectrum, such as the Swirlins or the Blue Bloods, careful, being loose with such terminology is opening the floodgates to a whole host of toxic sinus language and homophobic slurs. When addressing the challenges faced by these lower on the spectrum, such as the mindless cues in the particular warp case like the Umbers, Octres, or Rustbloods, under this highly problematic, deeply offensive and triggering terminology, strongly imploring you to stay clear of this term. They would be well advised to check their civilian privilege, particularly before dismissing hardships or marginalizing claims of oppression, which can be difficult for them to identify or empathize with from their advantageous position with their well-framed Atenian power structures. Dovetail, problematic, power structures, toxic, sickness, language. And some may argue that in a peaceful utopian culture that we have freed ourselves from injustice and disparities and privilege in a post-sectarian economy, largely rights distributed across the human spectrum and therefore exist in a post-spectral world, laugh out loud, and therefore there is no need to champion important social causes, and there is nothing left to debate, but really nothing can be further from the truth. You just need to educate yourself and carefully investigate the long-standing with the power dynamics in play. For instance, a seemingly harmless remark from a cis-blooded Carillion toward an Umber, or, God forbid, a Burgundy, or yes, even a worm-identified physically cooler case. About the very long-term future, such as order of centuries. That this would be a very hurtful microaggression due to the fact that Lowies? I'm sorry, you're losing me, kid. There's too many sexist lines all over the place. The fact that lowers cannot possibly live that long themselves, and the more privileged caste could easily live dozens of generations, of hundreds of generations of Buies. Burgundy, amber, ochre, yellow, greens. Night please avoid describing the lettermost as lime reds, as it has historically been used as an especially ridiculous epithet. Such remarks can further trigger painful reminders of how cooler case, to some extent not just, but SIPs and V's in particular have been able to use their tremendous lifespans over the millennia to gain a stronghold over the social order, have been able to completely dictate our societal evolution by ensuring not only the cultural agenda and narratives receive the dialect supply, assuring the codification of these resultant ideals and discerning what normalcy entails, and sadly these absolutes become internalized across the full spectral range, even without those of the most compromised privilege, and so you're going to see the cyclical nature of the dysfunction and the resulting inertia against positive change and visiting awareness are the most under-problematized issues, which I think we can agree is pretty problematic. Oh, man! Post-spectral world, 191, PUIs, BJAs, SIPs, Royalverse, narratives, agendas. And really, it's everyone's business to examine their privilege, even burgundies who may be subject to the pitfall of believing incorrectly there are none on the scale beneath them whom they enjoy so many privileges ever, which off-sector trolls will never know, such as those identified as other bullets or case multipliers, politic-blooded, and who biologically ID as having a case which manifests nowhere, as yet known, and anyone physically, or for that matter, aspects who physically do possess such a blood type, or mutates, very problematic term, very triggering to some, D1, such as you and I, Karkat. But this puts us, is that actually 69th, or is it, it's both. This is so hard to read. But this puts us both in a situation which, to our knowledge, uniquely allows us to understand and empathize with tragically underprivileged and underpowered groups across all scuttles of life. Thus, affording us both what I'd like to call a uniquely privileged privilege, which, yes, it's kind of a privilege, we should both strike to check as well, wherever we can. This same uniquely underprivileged perspective, as I'm sure you know, has a disadvantage upon my post-scratch iteration as well. And while I have no doubt you justified the camera to reveal that figure of your planet's rich history and our personal lineage, and while his goals of peace, equity, and a truly spectral blind as society, I'm afraid I personally have trouble condoning his methods. I don't like to use the term problematic lightly, but while his tactics were anything if not massively problematic to say the least, employing violent uprising to effect a change, and blazing his mark upon history and his faithful followers to with the salty polish of a single trade, chatted swear word, it's not in my taste, even though it is he who I would have grown up to be in another life, but to no, I prefer to effect social change to rationalize discourse, and contributing to the ongoing dialogues, focusing what should be the real goals, through keen adherence to the disciplinary of problematics, ensuring that we stay focused on successfully problematizing a wide range of directly uncomplicated social dilemmas. Under complication, salty flourish, rude, shouted swear word, spectra blind society. It's nice to see we agree on so much. Maybe we are not so unlike, despite our drastically different upbringings. Anyway, I was saying, the story of your ancestor, and more importantly, my exhaustive list of misgivings with his approach to social change is quite long and elaborate one. But it certainly fits brilliantly within the larger mosaic which captures the broad strokes of my post. I mean, our discussion. Trigger warnings for the following content include ancestor bashing, face shaming, loud swearing, torture, burn wounds, ship singing, and again, seriously, just let me know if you're going to feel triggered by anything, even slightly. We'll pause to see if we can really explore these issues and identify exactly how I may have invalidated your struggles. Without further ado, the story is as follows. TW, ancestor bashing, shaming, swearing, torture, burns, ship singing, struggles. Oh my god. I can't even see that. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah, even when I zoom in, that's just not going to work. That's whatever that is. It's still going on. And on. Oh my god. Oh my lord! Just all the dots. Someone kill me, please. Hey, it's Shouty. You don't really feel like getting involved. No. No. No, we're done. We are done with that. You got a pretzel horse hitcher.
Who could have done this to such a fine cast iron steed? Whoever it was must have been incredibly strong, incredibly smug, and incredibly floppy when shaken. An incredible horse. Oh. You got a troll romance novel. Wow, this is some steamy, trashy literature here. It's making you perspire a little, and you're only 3 sentences in the title. Doesn't seem like anyone's looking. Maybe I'll just take one little peek inside. Whoops! Just disappeared and blur again. Gosh darn it! Lalonde! You got a Regicycle. Perfect for thrashing royalty with. You could almost say you could use it to thrash princes. Troll Will Smith. You got a magic cue ball. Hey, is this thing a Juju too? It's a shame you can't see it through its surface, or you'd be able to ask it yourself. There's another thing that's kind of unnerving to find here. Good thing it's only a memory object, right? Right? Well, maybe. You got a bunch of licorice Scotty dogs. Oh man, these were a delicacy on the planet. The most valuable treat per pound by far. You have to be a very, very wealthy person to keep a great supply of these on hand. By selling these, you should be able to make most of your fortune back in one fell swoop. Except you just ate most of them. Worth it. Whoa! Latula. That's a new one. Don't have a Latula either. Latula. What are we gonna do with Latula? Dang, girl! You finally made it! High five! You know it. I am so ghostly now. Right on, girl! Dreambubs rules! For life! Whatever that is. I have no idea what that sentence is. For life? For life? Did you say it twice? For life! For life! What? Ha ha ha. Well, yeah. Like, that should have sounded like for life, like a fours one after. But spoken fours for number, then fours for homonym, for the preposition and stuff. Spoken quirk confusion. I have no idea what she's saying. You know how it is? 4 girls gotta sacrifice understandability for the sake of rudeness sometimes? Preaching to the group of choral singers, Pyro. Choral singers? Ah, you mean choir? I got it. But choral fours in the funky stuff underwater instead, Still rocking the fish puns, I see. Well, it's not really the kind of rudeness I was talking about, but I'll let it slide. Puns? Kinda lame. Hey, screw you. Can't believe y'all go stuffing on my fish puns right out of the blowhole like that. As if your numbers, BS, and jacking Z's on the end of words is any more rad than my bollard wordplay. Or should I say, swordfish play? Nah, that sucks. I mean, your skating and stunts are objectively rad, I'll give you that. But you need to get off your high seahorse, because practically nothing else about you is especially radder than average. Like, oh, chill, axe, paycheck. I am so jerking your fork. I know we've had our looses before, but I could always see you had to rag girl crud. You don't even know how hard it was tolling this rad load all by myself with you going on for so long. towing loads harshes my grinds. I have no idea if I'm even saying the words right. This is so incomprehensible. Do you even know how lame of foreseen it is being the only legit in your face power gaming girl and a bunch of bubbles full of brutal posers? What I'm saying is, I'm psyched to have you back. Hey, hit me up top. High five. Sure. Still wearing out the high fives, I see. Even after, like, what? Eternity. Heck yeah, girl! Oh! I never even got to congratulate you on Wicked, your rad suicide bomb plan was, yeah. You killed the heck out of us. I never saw it coming. Sure, never smiled it coming, huh? Why smart? Thinking it just before the scratch? So like the God Tellers didn't have a chance to revive before the reset. Thus ironically, leaving them to be blasted from existence. Not that really even needed explaining. It just occurred to me recently was like opening the mail vault to make a freaking ghost stack when I was like, heck, paycheck. I said all y'all shaking my fist. Ha ha ha. Don't leave me hanging, girl. High five. Okay, one more pyro, but that's it. She's giving me a headache. I like, the other guy was fun to read, but difficult to read quickly. She's just difficult to read! I dig a good high five as much as the next bad girl, but my god. Hashtag high five fatigue. Got this fresh pimp ghost bar looking fine as heck. I don't need to colors up my palms already. Haven't you heard an empress needs hands so soft you can use them to polish gold with? Question. Shoot, babes! Seen as how the hot gamer girl you have a reputation for and all, I figured you would be luck to join my party. To go screw up Clamalord or whatever. The Lord of Clams. Wait, like, who? The skull guy. Kills ghosts. Nope. Help me out, paying the money? Don't you keep up with current events? Like water current, yes. Like, you reminded me why I thought you were crazy, MP. Just freaking spill it. There's stuff in the sky. It cracked. A monster did that. Do you want to go help me kill the bad guy? Oh, why didn't you say so? Man, like, sounds like a rad plan. And you know how I feel about, like, all that rad plans. But, well, I hate to be the buzzkill, but it's been what? It's been approximately hell a years since I did any fighting. Kinda rusty. Stuff like that don't like know what I say rusty, uh-huh. TW homophobic slurs. So I'm saying I had scads of time to perfect this killer hand plant. Wanna see? Oh, she looks like Ryu from Death Note. No, pretty sure don't give much a heck about a trick you do on your four-wheel device. Though I will say, Scads is actually a fish pun you made probably on accident. Which kinda makes me want to give you a hug, so bounces out your dumb stuff answer. Fish puns are my one weakness. I'm sorry, MP. Well, I really am. Feel like such a wet snugglepuss bailing on you like this. Or maybe you like wet snugglepusses, since you can live underwater. I should go, probably run it by me, see what he thinks. Oh, stuff you and your captor. That's still a thing after all this pseudo time, or...
Heck yeah! Still red. Huh? Uh-huh. Mother Glover. Seriously didn't think that'd last. Like, there's way more to him than, well, all the terrible and stupid stuff he says all the time. And it's always like, felt like he needs me, if that makes sense. Even after dying, so there's that. Afterlife. I know I'm new here, but almost seems like you die and nothing ever means anything and you date forever. Sorta makes me want to puke.
Maybe in a nice way, though.
Couldn't see that wink behind your red specs, FYI.
Anemone way.
If you change your mind, just let me know. Girl, who doesn't want to be me? You think you could just waltz into this bubble and start bringing any red glamour girl you cross paths with? Yeah, right. You have a long way to go before you. Even enough rad creds to be me? Or as I like to call them, crads. Crads time. Latula, shut up and just tell me what thing you want me to do. It's gonna cost ya. Like, you have to like all my Reddit memories and then rebubble at least 413 of them. Is that number 413? The number 14, not IE. You cannot be serious. Ha 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 ha. Psycho. K-Tools, I'm outie. Like, wait, don't be like that. We could still cut out a deal. Let me think. Alright, kid. Tell you what, since I dig your style, I'll give you a shot. You may think you rule, whereas most others drool, but what I do want to know is how bad can you thrash stuff? Like, you just need to scoop your kickflip chops, make sure everything checks out, see if your techniques are where they needs to be at. Kickflip chops. Yeah, girl, show me your stunts. Maybe something in a ham plant? Oh, know what stuff would be wicked malicious? Grinding down for railing. Yeah, hold poles? Like, that ought to be a flagrant enough to prove your redness for sure. 4 is a homonym. Foreign yo. So, what do you say, paycheck? Ready to start ripping up so many hellacious shreds that this biz nasty will start getting so deliriously rude blazing it? I don't know what she says sometimes. Just give me the board, Pyro. You got Latula's 4-wheel device. Oh yeah, what's up, gamers? Just give me a headache. That girl gives me a really big headache. It's a little dream bubble, but it does not contain your memory. Only Porn can see what's inside. Hashtag sorry. Are you Porn? Yep, you're Porn. She's very Slytherin-like. Poor him. Welcome back. Sup, Miriam? So your judge certificate has barely died, and you're already busy raising an army, I hear. How did you even hear that already? Word travels fast here. Plenty of gossip. No one quite prepares you for the fact on the other side of death is an infinite echo chamber of teen drama. Bubbler. Funny how when we left our world to play your game, we all thought we were leaving our juvenile school feeding days behind us. Yeah? All the more reason to get out here and fight bad guys and stuff. I know this noticed how you cunningly sidestepped an encounter with concrete down there.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Poor Shouty.
Nobody deserves having to meet a dead teen alt-universe ancestor like that. I think he might be entertaining some delusion of taking him under his wing. Or if not his swing, the red fuzzy arm of his sweater. What is with that ugly thing anyway? I made it for him, actually. For one thing, I got tired of looking at his stupid hiked up pants, which he refused to change ever. Seriously, did you ever see him wearing anything else?
Pants can.
Haha, no. So unfastenable. Also, he was always shivering. It gets kinda chilly out here, and he just wouldn't stop. Not that I minded too much, but he just has this way of making such vocal and ostentatious displays of suffering, like it's some kind of righteous state of being. It gets difficult for everyone to endure, especially after eons, hence his nickname, I guess. Wait, nickname? If there was some new dig on Vantas, I need to know about it pronto. The insufferable. Heck yeah, high five. Wait, forget it, my hand's still sore from Latula.
Gosh dang, rag girl.
She slaps hard. Oh, I know. You do? Wait, that is sounding officially like innuendo. You and her ever, I was under the impression that you didn't come here to start trading gossip. Whoa, you're right. Almost forgot to not be glubbing a heck.
Glub exactly, 0 hex.
I apologize for prying into your realm life. That was so shrimpitant of me. It's alright. It's not like I have many well-kept secrets. Come visit anytime. We'll get you all caught up on exactly who's been passing through the well-released resolving doors to my quadrants.
Ask for him to join.
It's a noble idea, but I don't know how useful I'd be. Oh, come on. What's the size of your party so far? It's still just you, isn't it?
Maybe. Losers everywhere.
If I were you, I'd ask all the god tiers first. They'd give you the most tactical advantage, wouldn't they?
God tiers.
Then you can build your coalition around them. I guess. They're immortal, right? Or ghost immortal, perhaps? Dear God, it's finally come to this. We have to talk about ghost immortality now in a serious way. LOL, yeah. Anyway, that's what I do. But I think the thing is, the Skull Lord might actually be able to kill God tiers.
At least ghost god tiers.
Can he? Like, bypass the whole judgment hullabalooga that makes him resurrect.
Whales. Heart.
You know, the fancy cloak and all? I dunno. You'll have to ask Arenina. I'm sure she could talk your fin off on this subject.
Self awards. Oof.
Yeah, maybe later. Do you even know who other god tiers are? There's Erenia. Did you ask her? Yeah, but she has her own plan. Girl is going on a chair jam? Or some butt noise. F that. Okay, well, I hope this isn't too invasive. But what about you? I've heard rumors that you reached God tier, but never let on to anyone, except presumably tomorrow. You don't understand. It's just that thief or life get up.
Looked like such a butt.
I couldn't just parade around in that hideous thing.
Got a reputation to cockcider.
So it is true then. Thought so. See what I mean though? I wasn't sure about that until now. Rumors are always flying, but secrets somehow persist. Who knows who else reached God tier? A lot can happen in 3 sweeps. I only know I didn't make it. But if you need someone to eerily photosphorence in the demon's vicinity while debating whether to try drinking his blood, then I'd like to think I easily crack the top 10 candidates you might consider for the job. Yeah, I knew you'd rock the glowing duties. Poglo. Guess you're right. I should see what other god tiers want to join. The problem is that I don't think becoming god tier stops you from being lame and terrible.
Lame and terrible.
And we've got a lot of people like that on our team.
So?
This is true. Guess I'll keep asking around. Gonna bounce. See ya, Miriam.
Oh! It's a little dream bubble containing one of your memories. Look inside. The memory is from right here on Prospect. Spent a great deal of time here during the long sweeps of your session. Remember this little precipice while. But wasn't there a staircase here? You almost positive there were stairs. Oh! That was cool. And that looks like a shortcut back. So do I want to go back and talk to everyone with her, or do I want to continue with Mina? Like, I think it's better to continue with Mina, and the door's locked. It looks to be guarding someone's private memories. Looks like it needs a password. You wonder who locked it. A serious symbol or clue. Bonus hint, it's card cat. Yeah, there's the symbol. So I guess you got to be her now, because we're sort of like at the end here. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and be Porim, and then we will wander around with her. If I ever get rid of this huge dialogue box. There we go. So, be Porim. Alright. So, do I want to go down this way, or do I want to... Actually, we need to talk to Carcat, don't... Yeah, I get the feeling like we need to talk to Carcat here in order to open that door. So let's go ahead and do that first. So for some reason my sound stopped working and I had to restart the page. Now, I just rushed here as quick as I could. Hopefully that doesn't screw anything up because I haven't talked to everyone like I did before. Talk to Kankri. Connie, leave this poor kid alone. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't call me that. We talked about this. That's what you call a wiggler. Do I look like a wiggler to you, Purdom? No, I don't. It's been 3 sweeps. Let's eternity for excuse me, frick's sake. I think we can safely retire that particular term of endearment. Call me anything but that. You're my other nickname. Actually, okay with that one. Microaggressions? Wait. Macroaggressions, more like.
I'm not calling you insufferable, Connie. Well, not unless I'm using it as an actual adjective.
And even then, probably not to your face.
Well,
it would be nice if you'd at least use my proper name in front of my studious young alternating descendant. I really kind of erodes my credibility, and I didn't need that in the proximity of a fresh-faced youngster who clearly thirsts for knowledge. Why would you want to sabotage a fine young man's education like that? Fresh-faced youngster knowledge thirst.
Well, in my eyes, yeah. Can you see? Do you want me to light them up for you?
No, but thanks for offering. Could you, go roll them out there? Thank you. Now, where was I? How do you even roll eyes without pupils?
I don't think he cares. Hey there, Carcat. You don't mind me asking, are you even remotely interested in this love supplement this guy's serving? Gotcha. You just said all you need to say. You know, you are actually very cute. That girl who's been running around in the dragon suit is very lucky lady.
Okay, wonderful. That conversation just came to an end. Poem, please don't hit on my, rebooted kid ancestor descendant. It's really weird, not to mention he looks exactly like me. I mean, kind of obviously. So when you're hitting on him, it's like you're hitting on me at this exact same time. Which, like I said, it's kind of weird. It's weird. Not to get into that second, but the thought of you dating you, it's just a strange and vaguely off-putting idea. No offense. It almost makes me understand at a visceral level the bizarre human anathemia of incest, which is something I can't really explain. I'm just saying. Trigger warning: incest anathemas, viscerality, vaguely and off-putting.
Very deep sigh.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that I am perhaps literally the only one not to ever fall prey to your tireless omnidirectional solicitations, or to get swept up in your innumerable frustrating or caligulous flings. I happen to always prefer you as a friend. In any case, I always prefer to lead a relatively chaste existence as it keeps me focused on fighting on behalf of truly important problems, although supposedly, well, chaste to you, I suppose, is not saying much. Once again, I apologize. I've landed into problematic territory of facilitated shaming, thus opening the floodgates to the myriad ways one may be disadvantaged upon it by staggering shame radius. I forgot to check my PAT privilege, and here we are. I was going to cover this topic in a much later chapter of my lecture, but we got badly derailed here. TW, derailment, train wrecks, chapter 99, catastrophes. Carcat, I'm sorry for this interruption. I promise I'll get back to my critical lecture as soon as this promiscuous pussy lady leaves us in place. Village two-wheel device.
Yes, critical lecture, I'm sure. And I am right in being just as sure that you are assiduously deconstructing every conceivable hypothetical form of injustice, no matter how obscure, except those that I happen to think that are kind of important, yes?
No, just no, Param, we're not doing this. I'm not going to pollute Carcat's utterly imperative crash course from which he is introduced to the absolute basics by indulging into pet issues.
Yes, how dreadful it would be for your 69 million word essay to get bogged down by even the faintest reference to the roles of gender in performing an alternate civilization.
Human sarcasm. Look, it's not that I'm insensitive to your concerns, I'm just, that topic. I'm interested in discussing with you at an academic, primarily theoretical level.
Theoretical?
All the dots. I just think that there is an inherent danger in muddying the waters of discourse by introducing social issues which I suspect at first those consuming crucial resources from the limited cache of rhetoric which propels these narratives, and furthermore, one could argue it's more than a little problematic, offensive even, for you to be appropriating the lexicon of sensitivity used to advance awareness of major issues, thus reducing it to the level of buzzspeak and pseudoscience. It makes it more difficult for those of us who are generally focused on positive change to be taken seriously, that's all.
Appropriating? Pseudoscience?
You did not just... I'm sorry, I just don't think there's much here. We aren't like humans, whose species, bizarrely enough, includes highly specialized roles for both sexes in the process of reproduction, and so naturally had its social ramifications for the way their civilization evolved, but that's not how it works for us, so I fail to see how gender factors into discussion in a way that can be effectively and rationally problematized. Where is the room for unexamined privilege in the dichotomy? I don't see it. And appropriation, the taken points and awareness-raising tactics for dubious issues like this is frankly frowned upon, to put it politely. Such unappropriate gestures only serve to marginalize and invalidate the subject of seriousness, to serious real-life struggles and depression. And I guess to say, I'm slightly disappointed to see you being so lightly and inappropriately appropriate territory. Jeez, frowned upon, frowns all around. Welcome to Frown Town. There we go.
Connie, I'm starting to feel just a little bit triggered by all this appropriation BS.
Trigger warning, about to kick your tall pants behind. Oh, my sincere apologies. I should have done a better job tagging my statements for future reference. It's helpful to help your conversational partners to do your triggers well in advance. Should I go fetch your myriad
your morail to help settle you down, and if so, what exactly would be filling that quadrant today? It's the mayor, right? Gotta be the mayor. Alright, obviously you're in one of your petty moods. I'm gone. Didn't be like that. Really, we can talk about whatever you like later, and I'll be really sympathetic, I promise. Just not around my pupil while he's still learning. My descendant, what did I say? Haha, Carcat. I mean, anyway, Carcat, I apologize for that. Now, where was I? Okay, so it looks like I can't talk to Carcat with her? No, I cannot. So what was the point of becoming her? Oh, wait, there is a point to becoming her. It opened a staircase. And didn't the girl who's makes my brain explode say that you had to go grind? Why can't I just grind there? Oh, let's see. Himina. Do a sick grind on the railing. There we go. Absolutely. Heck yeah! That was so freaking radical! Yeah. Holy smokes, girl. I didn't think you had grinds like that. So, you say you want to be me, huh? Well, you got it. Hell's a girl. I'm not sure if I shouldn't be the one asking to be you. Okay, so now we can be her. And maybe she'll go annoy the heck out of this guy with her speech.
Yeah, what's up, gamers? I'm Game Girl, and I'm here to show you that girls can game too. Don't go easy on me, guys, unless you want to get beat by a girl. Are you ready?
I can beat Kankri.
Yo,
I don't want to be Kankri, I want to be Carcat. Oh, maybe Carcat is... No, I need Carcat. Be me, I'm not sure if that's... Oh, come on, Pankles, please. Well, okay, I'll enter my imperative monologue dialogue just as once, for you. Oh, wow, that was really quick. Hold on, I want to talk first. Bro, I hear you've been hassling the new kids. Like, what is up with that? Hustling, far from it. I merely discovered a new and fatherless and grateful flag, which has not yet become woefully jaded to my messages of positive social change. Hashtag new followers. You can't fool me, Kongs. You are boring that poor dude to death. You just want to make a ghost out of him so you can keep him here forever. Love the expression. Which ain't right. You had to let that dude die of his own mad volitions. Mistakes like us. R3 what? Can you scoot away your little wheeled toy for immature wigglers? I was in the middle of a sermon. I mean, conversation. Like, why don't you save him some grief and give him one of your old memos? Remember those? How many sweeps did you spend trying to force us to read that trash? Broody Righteous Blowhard Factory. I don't remember, and no, one picture of my old memories with him, they were written very poorly. My methods of augmentation were flawed and extremely childish. I delete most of those memories, swim in the bubbles, so they don't bother rooting around for them. Frankly, they suck. Hey! Oh man, I'm sorry, I completely forgot that song was an ableist slur. Please forgive my insensitivity towards his disability. TW, sorry, TW, ableist. It's chill. I was only acting offended to bug you. No, really, it was inexcusable to me. I should have at least proceeded my colorless remark with a trigger warning. Trigger warning, embarrassed, reactions ahead. I have no business making light of your impairment, thus failing to check my nasal privilege and potentially triggering back painful and devastatingly triggering memories of the old cycle of revenge between you and some friends, which resulted in the loss of your reflectory sense. Olfactory sense. I had to admit, I was skeptical at first about whether that really qualified as a true disability, warranting sensitivity and then premonition of awareness, but being close to you as a friend and carefully examining my privilege has really opened my eyes. Oops, that euphemism is slightly ableist to the blind, which I meant was already brought by horizons of the nature of disability, sorry. Nasal privilege, horizons. Broadness, horizontal, width, longing. Like, yeah, that's funny. Cause it never would have occurred to me to talk at all that seriously as a handicap without you making a federal case out of it for so long on my behalf. So, like, thanks, Kank.
Mad disadvantaged. Bottoms. I don't know. My pleasure, really. It is really amazing that you managed to triumph over such adversity to become a great role model for others, excel at video games, a totally stylish Singaporean person, all while being a girl, no less. Okay, before we Kim, can I go talk to other people? Yo, Pores, you see Paydirt is back? Girls in the hive. I saw. Pretty rad, huh? Like, this for life has scored a little more girl power. Less drool, more roll. Hey, give me 5. That's so. Not so hard. That's good. What? Come on? I thought of you all people would be psyched to get all for more representation from the ladies up in here? Why would that be? It's nice to see no friend, but that's about it. Oh, I mean this on all levels. I think you are possibly still characterizing my point of view on the subject, assuming we've even talking about the same subject. Much the way your continued commitment to this overzealous red girl thing still strikes me as a caricature of the kind of female strength and empowerment you're trying to project. Say what? That's bogus. I'm this rad because I like being rad. Radness rules? I know it rules, but there's such a thing as overdoing it. Did I phonetically emphasize that Z enough? Don't you think it can come across as a series of affections designed to overcompensate for an implicit flaw with your gender? An act which rebuts what should be a star man with a cartoonish masquerade that with every kickflip and high five screams, yes, it appears that girls can be as radical and as good at games as boys, thus leading a certain dignity to the premise at the expense of your own. Like, oh, wait, what? Oh man, rad time's officially harshed. Like, what are you talking about, girl? Mina, where'd you go? Come help me with me be cynical about this, You can pretend to misunderstand all you want, but we talked about this before. And I know you're smarter about this when you let on. We were raised in what was a formerly matriarchal society, which has always been used as a shield to downplay clear instances of female oppression and obfuscate the relevance of gender roles, particularly where they're weighted against females. But anyone who's looked at our society more honestly can see that, while yes, it is superficially observed as a matriarchy on a few-down basis, on a practical level, all of the enforcement and political power governing most classes were delegated to the higher sips, which were generally male-dominated case. They got to control the agenda and dictate the social conventions. And anyone who dared to object or bring light to this could always be countered with, "Hey, matriarchy, end of discussion." Fuchsia, down matriarchy. Purple, down patriarchy. Like, girl, please, don't tell me you're going full Vantas on me here. No, if I were getting my Vantas on, we'd only be getting warmed up. But that's really all I had to say on the matter. Phew. I just think you should be yourself more often. We already know you are strong and good at games and all that. You have nothing to prove. Like, yeah, you're probably right. It's kind of stressful sometimes, keeping it up. Sometimes I get to put the zits on the third kind of words, and I really stress out about it. Especially when I'm off my meds. You know, I always did feel better talking to you, like I could take the edge off my rad thing and relax a little more. Then let's make it more of a habit, shall we? Happy face. Heck yes! Hey, thanks for the pep talk, Popo Mary Grims. Mary Games? That's a nickname. It is just so awful.
Oh, whoops. But want me to switch it back to porn star? Ah, many games will be fine. Okay, so let us go and switch here. And then we will go see if we can open that door. Alright, let's see. The door. Juju. Looks like a magic egg timer. Yeah. Like I said, I had to restart, so a lot of the treasures I didn't get. But this is Carcat symbol, right? The door is locked. It appears to be guarding someone's memories. It's Carcat, so I can't open it with him. But what I may be able to do is... Nope, that didn't work. I was thinking that maybe I could be... Yeah, he moved back here. I was thinking maybe I could get him away from Carcat. They're all right there now. Talk to Carcat. One moment, please, Carcat. I'm going to wander around briefly in an ambitious fashion. I know you're very excited to continue our discussion. I promise I'll return very shortly, so I may resume. Just remain staying there in this exact spot while you take some time off to let some wisdom of the words sink root in your heart. And try not to wander off with anybody, okay? I'll be right back. Great. So... Latla... Where's Min at? Wait, I should talk to them with him. After all, it's not about completing the page, it's about getting all the story. Oh, hey, Latla, I thought I heard your advice. Grinding and various surfaces nearby. How are your athletic toy stunts going? Are you getting out of a lot of air? Am I saying that right? Did you hang? Hang 10? No, that can't be right. You knows it, bro. You can't even touch this. I'm scalping to the side, from above, from every which way, basically. Well, I wasn't going to attempt to make any sort of physical contact with you, and even if I did, I have no doubt from you would be able to maneuver away from my grasp when you speed a little path from either way. I'm more than content to let you escape if any direction you were choosing, if that's your wish. Dude, just when I think you've already said the squarest thing possible, you go and say something like that? Haha, I guess, you know, it's really nice we could talk like this. It is? Question mark. Yes, I was just thinking lately with our new post-scratch friends, particularly the young Vanthas and Pido iterations on the team, and how they're really pretty similar to us, but also very different. Yeah? Lil Me is blind? Did you even know that? Have you seen all her little dragon suit? 3333. Oh, so cute. Yes, but that's not really what I'm talking about. She and Carcat have a different relationship from the one we have. Theirs is more cleverland, which is fueled presumably by romantic tension. I'm picking up on some major relationship from this situation. It's kind of unfortunate, but it makes me grateful that we never got to that point. Like, hells yeah, who needs that? I'm sure it's mostly due to the fact that we've stayed entirely away from the sick bug's most nest of romantic entanglement, which of course is related to the path of celibacy, which is, you know, is a personal choice of which, for some reason, my post-scratch adult self eventually stayed from, with Malin of all people, but that's neither here nor there. Seriously, I mean, she's nice, but really? Ha ha ha, you and me still cracks me up, ha ha ha. Ah ha ha. Yes, but regardless, what I'm saying is, it was great we stayed away from that. It's helped me appreciate you as a friend and admire all the good qualities, platonically, of course. You're right, it's been pretty rad when you put it that way. Like how you never thought of how you never bought into the usual roles of your cast as an Aqua, not even the more well-attended social conventions of your political bloodline. You never looked down at anybody or saw it as civil duties to care for or to improve the warmer classes. Falling prey to unfortunate tendencies involving cerulean savior complex or the blue blood burden. Trigger warning, and that, obviously, which sadly became an inseparable form of the fabric of the spectral order which the class conditioned to view those from below the same way. The obstacles to raising awareness were almost insurmountable. But unlike the cooler hues on our team, we're more privileged like you. You're like your circuits, your Zahaks, your Empas, I never got the sense that you put the slightest bit of stock in any of that, and I think that's pretty amazing. Cerulean Sabers, Teal Templars, Violet Valiants, and Purple Paladins. Yeah. Like, that stuff's for drag? Why would I bother with any of that? I mean, I'll help you lowbloods learn stunts and cheat codes if they want, but that's it. Right, and I'm saying that my hand was ever clouded by romantic feelings for you, I probably wouldn't be able to appreciate that about you. Just like I wouldn't be able to appreciate the fairly cool Z's you put at the end of many words. Or say things loudly and with enthusiasm. I mean, that's not particularly warranted. It really is. Ha ha ha, yeah! Woo! Or the way your hair flows in the wind when you scoot over some sort of obstacle-ing device really fast. Or the way you make this funny little noise just as you connect with one of your copious high fives, which can hardly be heard over this loud slap if you listen really closely.
Sounds like you really like her.
Yeah, I noticed some stuff like that. About you too, I guess. Huh? Oh, by the way, you have always shown kindness to the people who need help without making them feel tragic or helpless for accepting it. Or the way you still manage to look stylish without your cool shades, or sometimes when you popped up on your head just in front of your horns. What? Or I don't know if you remember that time Mina kicked over the cake. It was the first anniversary into the game of one of the rare moments of solidarity and good cheer of one girl whole team at once. Everyone was raving about how good the fish bread cook smelled. So you took a big sniff, I guess forgetting for the moment that you couldn't smell. Then you quickly caught yourself and played it cool, making sure no one knows, which no one did. But I noticed, and it's just thought I was kind of endearing. Anyway, I think all that would have been completely lost to me if we didn't have this drunk boiler bond. I just thought I'd say that. Guess I'll be going now. See you around, Latula.
You really like her.
In the future, I'll thank you not to embarrass me in front of my new disciples. Friends, I mean friends. Wait, did I say that? I definitely meant friends. I really don't need you placing my awareness resting rhetoric. You are not my human mother.
Weird human familial structures.
What does that even mean? You would understand if you spent time actually researching other cultures to get more comprehensive foundation perspective of our system problems instead of meddling in other people's enlightening and enormous conversations.
I mean, enormous and progressive virtue.
Oh, these sweeps, and you still act like a wiggler sometimes. Hey, is that grub sauce on your face? What? No. Yes, it is. You have a big smudge of sauce right there. You're a mess, Kenny. Come here. No, stop! Don't touch me, I get it!
Wow, see, it's fine.
Don't wipe it off with your sleeve. Oh my god, I just washed that for you.
Ghost laundry.
I don't care, I didn't ask you to wash my sweater. I keep telling you, I have no interest in, befriend possessions.
Or Alternian or Earthly.
We aren't on Befriendless anymore. I worked hard on that sweater, and I'm not going to stand by while you encrust it in grub sauce.
I was perfectly happy without the sweater, to be honest. I'm less than thrilled with how it obscures my pit line. You can't even see my nice belt.
Sigh.
You make me sigh so much I'm almost less sightless.
Why are you always so contrary with me? To be honest, I think you need to rebel against whatever I suggest is what drives you of your dismissal of my views more than anything about the views themselves.
I don't dismiss your views. I respect them. I have told you this. I think the world of gender in Belfast society is probably a really fascinating red subject to explore. See, and you and I appreciate the subject, of course. I just don't think anybody is ready for that yet. There are so many other hurdles to overcome first.
Hurdles? Connie, you should seriously stop overthinking this stuff. Even I don't know what you're talking about most of the time.
Yep. Same with the other girl.
Look, I'm just saying, it's a huge risk in that of Tortunos trying to educate people on that subject on top of anything else. I just don't want to distract them from all the more glaring issues that desperately need the full attention of our people as if we're going to make any progress as a civilization. Progress as a civilization? Concrete. Our people are extinct, and you're worried about distracting from the more glaring issues. Everyone is dead! Perm, I'm very disappointed to hear you say that. That was an extremely corporal normative remark.
Corporal normativity, mortality, privilege, soul shame. That's a long word. Corporal normative. Okay, so I talked to all three of them. Where's Mina at? She's over here.
Whoa, Mina, I did see you come in. You should have come to say hello. Oh? Yeah, I didn't want to bother you and shut you over there. Or talk or listen to me around you. It would have been alright. Cockhead and I were only a few hours from wrapping up our first award. I presume we'll be many sessions together. So many. You and I have so much to discuss. I've really crystallized some problems. This everyone has really helped me to make progress on issues that matter to everybody, even groups of people who don't technically exist. I've had a lot of time to think about that, about us, the team, and the mistakes on which we made, blessings in disguise. I know we had our differences with you claiming the role of sort of a de facto leader. In terms of strategy and execution, little execution, I suppose, what I was prominent among the peers is our undisputed spiritual shepherd of the group. Hurting all these gosh dang wiggle bees. Pain in the butt. Whatever you say. Undisputed spiritual shepherd? Ah ha 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 ha. I've also heard you recruiting members for the mission, another bolder and better, not surprising though. Before you embark, I do hope you'll set aside at least several to listen to some of my hey fantas. I really want to hear more of your garbage in this fiend, all with hella bated breath.
Bait it like worms and such. Fishing. Aha.
Like I really miss that, you have no idea. But I have to go do a thing.
Yeah.
Real quick. Oh. Can you wait? Like right here. Exactly this spot. For a few minutes? Absolutely. Really, no hurry. I'll take the time to prepare some of my opening statements and better characterize my prohibitively loquacious harangue. I mean, friendly bent. Oh, excuse me. Be right back, dog.
Mina? Oh, he didn't move. He didn't move.
So now we can go get Carcat, maybe. Psst. Hey, Vantas.
What?
Now's your chance. Let's blow this nautical stand.
Nautical popsicle? Close enough.
Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to.
Shouty, you can't let that boy nerd tell you how to row. You want to stand here listening to his shell of imported abalone all day?
Well, not really.
Shelf important abalone. Gosh dang sea dwellers.
Then come on.
Oh, I got him with me now. Excellent. Well, let's avoid Shouty, Mr. I like to talk a lot. Let's go around the long way. Can you open this door for me, please? Open door.
Vantas, give me a password.
Huh?
This is your door, ain't it?
What makes you say that?
The symbol on the door bears the same on your shirt. Come on, it ain't blast out device science. Achoo!
Oh yeah, it's mine. Maybe I got tired of interloping dirtbags trapezying through my private and personal memories.
You don't need to whisper anymore. There's ain't no one around.
Oh,
Now, what's the password?
move over, I'll type it in for you.
No, just tell me, Shouty.
Oh my god, so unreasonable. How is it pretty much the most reasonable thing in the world to let me just type in my own dash dang password?
Dude, you want Concrete to find you and talk your nubs off again?
No, anything about that.
Oh dear God.
Alright, I'll tell you, just don't go blaming it around. Password is...
What?
If I hate, what?
Yeah, I can't read that. I cannot read that.
What?
Question mark.
If I... My,
Bro, you gotta speak up.
If I hate myself so much, then why don't I hate myself? What are you, deaf?
That's your password? What in Glove's name does that mean?
Nothing, it's none of your business. It's just something that reminds me of an old friend, alright? Can we get going now?
Heck yeah, this way, Shouty. You will not regret hitching a wagon to my starfish. So shouty. Or can cut, was it? I mean to ask you, hey, where'd he go? Sigh. So hard making friends. Okay. New area. Oh. Looks like the help stand from Peanuts. Lucy. Is Lisa endgame? Are you sure you're done yet? No, I'm not done. I want to talk to her. Looks like we're almost at the end though, so that's good. Not that I didn't enjoy this. I actually enjoyed this a lot. I actually enjoyed this more than the normal pages. Because it wasn't just all reading nonstop. There was actually things to do, different. I like how the people pop up. It's Charlie Battle Lucy. Yes, that is amazing. But yeah, I like how the different people pop up. It's pretty cool. Hey, you see where Louder Ventus went? Yes. Oh, Aranea. Yes, I saw him scurry by a moment ago. He went that way, into a memory of his old neighborhood. Man, what gives? Does my breath stink, or do I need a fishman? I think it just wants to be alone. I try to lock away its memories from others. I guess without realizing those bubbles can be very permeable. If the memory is big enough, people will be able to wander into it into many directions. He probably won't be too happy to find more of our friends hanging out there. Oh, heck. More of the old gang is that way. Guess I better go talk to them too. Yay, more useless tools. Probably had to bear Shatty out yet again. Dang kid makes you work. That's probably why you're obsessed with him. Shut up. Circuit, what are you doing? Yo, what is this? You selling something here? If so, I should warn you, I'm a little low on funds these days. I'm offering explanations. I will explain anything you desire. Ha ha ha, you must be out of your sea sponge if you think I'm part with anything of value for a hopeless speech. Oh no, you misunderstand. It is I who will pay you 5 boombucks if you listen to your explanation of any topic of your choosing. Oh? Good grief. So, what topic will it be? Hang on, I'm thinking. Can't decide on a topic? No, can't decide if it's worth listening to, even if you pay me. Ah. Now I know you're messing with me. I know you can't say no to easy money. Yeah, you're right. If I fall asleep, do I still get paid? Lay it on me. Tell me about Concrevanthus. The Zero Blood played quite a different role in her team from that of his successor. Though his potential as a blood player went similar unrealized. It was only when he grew up on Alternia did he begin to tap into his abilities, triggering recollection of our lives on before us and what we all went through. He remembered a more peaceful way of life and his desire to unite people. As an adult, he was able to do this more effectively and maturely, heroically even. He learned how to inspire others and be a true leader, even when the odds were stacked against him in his violent culture. It cost him his life, but his message lived on. I believe the Knights of Blood now carries his burden, whether he has decided to accept it or not. Many of us Alternia grew up to become secret followers of his teachings. Just as many of us now follow them, though I'd say with a bit more detachment, because we're dead. Speaking personally, I'd refer to myself as more of a fan of his story and what it represents. Both the hidden potential in our friend he never quite found and the hidden potential in all of our people. During our session, Concrete's trials as a leader were just as frustrating as those of his successor. He found it very hard to get others to take him seriously. While he would often try to divide us with your troublemaking and turn us against each other to make us stronger, unsuccessfully, I might add, he would try to unite us through proselytizing and lecture just as unsuccessfully. Wow, that shows a bunch of stuff I already knew. Yes, and now it is fresher in your memory than ever. Thank you for listening, and here are your $5 dollars. Pleasure doing business with you. Alright, tell me about Latula Pirate. I love this picture. I wish I could get a clear shot of this picture without the text box in the way. Because that would make an awesome thumbnail. It's just such a great picture. The dynamite, to even the most casual observer, is clearly the more radical instance of the two pyropes. Both, of course, had disabilities which, if discovered, would slate each other for calling in their respective cultures. Calling, of course, means something quite different on Beforce. It means she would have been selected by a member of a higher caste for adoption, and cuddled excessively. But for someone with a lifestyle as radical as hers, I'm sure you'll agree that would have been a fate worse than death. Circuit, yo, this exposition is some straight-up redunculous junk, even by your standard. Would you like to make some money or not? You know me, I am all about the Benjamins. Well then please stand there quietly while I continue. Irvin.
Fine.
After the tragic incident, which left her nicely impaired, her mighty dragon Lucis, ancient and wise beyond her comprehension, began to teach her new ways to smell, to reinvent the sense, using other senses or organs such as eyes and ears, awakening completely new experiences in her mind. She was truly an inspiration and proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that any handicap can be overcome. It doesn't have to stop you from being as truly as rad as you truly can be.
That's awesome. I love that.
What? Circuit, are you whistling through my blowhole with this idiotic stuff? Yes, that last part was a joke. Listen up, Pexus. Yeah, what do we have to do to seal this deal here?
Seal, you know, the marine bark beast.
Well, just tell me the bare minimum of what I need to hear and stack my boonies and run. Okay, even though Latula has been dating Mitina steadily for eons, it's hardly a secret to anyone that she and Concrete have had completely unrequited feelings for even longer. So really, much like their descendants, and we're done. Here you go. Effing score.
Alright, tell me about Miriam.
The main space was, of course, the all-important space play in Silk at the Forge, but as you know, we never made much progress on the fog braiding front, or really any aspect of the game before the Reckoning. Way too disorganized, way too much teen drama. Much of that drama, of course, centered around Concrete, and Porum tended to be the one to keep him out of trouble. This relationship persisted on the lives on Eternia, which unfortunately didn't work out well for her in the end. But I'd address my involvement with that, but you seem to be trapped in your fate, so I'll just skip over that part of the story. Before Draco Billy's awakened, she grew up in the caste and was solely devoted to tending to the mother grub, hatching the young and proliferating the brood. The Jade Bloods were also an almost exclusively female caste, and she began to resent the roles she was hatched onto. Designated for both her class and gender, she challenged these roles wherever they existed and before in society, as well as where we found them woven into our session, in kingdoms, class assignments, culture, and the like. Whatever the sweeps in our failed session, she found herself with a renewed interest in the duty that came with the bloodline, which was, of course, the presence of her people. A brighter and mature descendant now must bear. All life from Beforce had been wiped out, and we failed the game, so she helped me search for a way to receive the Zzz. I was almost finished! You're just telling me stuff, I know, Cirque. She was sort of my friend too, remember? Can't you spice this jam up? I don't. Didn't she like sleep with everybody? Give me all the dirt on that. What? No, Mina, I'm not paying you so that you can listen to me indulge in such scandalous gossip. Now, what was I talking about? Gosh, I've lost my train of thought. Ha ha ha, why are you blushing, girl? Oh my god, you and she?
Noodles of intense curiosity.
Ah! Oh man, why didn't you ever tell me? I thought we were friends. Look, 3 Suits is a long time spent in a failed, pointless session. You look at the future and see a life lasting for maybe 1,000 sweeps with nothing forward to, and it was just kind of a phase, just a little bit of fling. Okay, it barely even lasts half a sweep, and hey, if I give you 10 bullets, we stop talking about this. Make it a cool 100, and you got a deal. Alright, fine, just take it. Her imperious condensation thanks you for your generous contribution to the new empire. I'm glad you're a good guy this time. You really were hatched to be such a witch.
But like I said, I love this picture here. This picture is amazing. Peace out.
Alright, well,
This leads to the end of the game. I think we've done everything that we're supposed to do. If we check the walkthrough, start by going south, head down the staircase. After going down the staircase, make your way to the beach. We did that. Go to the beach, keep walking left along, cast like area when you're ready, hit south. Make your way through the room until you encounter Latula. Talk to her. Choose B Latula, B Forum. Grind on it. Talk to Car Cat, open the door, exit to northeast. Yeah, I think we've done all that. Look at the map. Wow, what a cool map. Oh, look, we're actually up there at the start. So we came down there, crossed the beach, saw this crazy thing. Went through the little city here. Yep, and on the way out. Cool. Yes. That's the end. Continue playing on the next page. All right. Oh, I guess we're not in Openstuck anymore. I thought we'd still be there, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like we're back to story. All right, cool. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel. Thank you for everything, my dear friends. I love you all so very much, and I got apologies for not having this out sooner. I enjoyed the heck out of this. And I wonder if I enjoyed this even more because I took a brief hiatus from it. You know, I'm not saying I should do that often, but I did really enjoy this today, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I got my excitement back for Homestuck. I will have another episode out. I'm planning on trying to do 3 episodes before I start another game that's on my list, because you know I had to play Fatal Frame. That's a horror game that hasn't been on the channel because I said that, you know, I'm gonna do anything until I put out a couple of videos of Homestuck. So I at least want to do one more video of Homestuck and prioritize this before starting something new. Well, with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day, and I will see you again very soon. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to like the video and subscribe. Until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.